it comes to training your chest, unfortunately, guys are getting it wrong 9 times out of 10. I'm going to show you in 2 parts this week and next 2 of the biggest fallacies about training your chest to help you start getting the most results each and every time you train it.
It's cool, young Reese.
What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. I decided in 2 parts, this week and next, we're going to cover 2 of the bigger fallacies when it comes to training the chest. A lot of guys always write in, I think it's one of the major focal points, I think because everyone knows it's one of the first things they see along with your abs when somebody sees you without your shirt. So they want to have a bigger chest. The problem is a lot of times the exercises that are relied on to build it are wrong, dangerous, not really the right ones to be using. And not going to give you the best results. So one of the things, the first thing I wanted to talk about this week was the fly, because I have a big pet peeve about that exercise. I think it's kind of a waste of time. All pressing movements are really good for building the chest, but the fly is really a waste of time. And I'm going to show you scientifically why, so you can stop doing this exercise unless you're trying to train a completely different muscle. Now, I have with me just a rubber band, kind of illustrate my point. The pec major muscle, the one, there's 2 parts of the chest, pec major, pec minor. Pec major has all of its attachments right here down the sternum. So your sternum's that big bone here, the breastbone. They start all here and they run this way. They run straight across to the outside of, right up in here, an area, I don't want to get too technical here, but just an area on a bone up here in your shoulder, okay? Just to make it simplified. So basically, using our rubber band, they run in this direction like that, right here, okay? So now, I want you to remember this, because as I show you this exercise, you're going to see the difference. There's another muscle here called the coracobrachialis. Again, a tongue twister, but this one goes from an area deep inside your shoulder here, which is the coracoid process, right in here, and it goes down to the outside of your upper arm bone here, like that. All right. Now, watch what happens when we do a fly or a bench press. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to get in position. Now I'm going to drop down into a bench press. Okay? So that's the position there. Now remember, as I drop this one down, remember what I told you was the insertion. It starts here up against the middle of your chest. They run out here and they attach right about in here. Right about in here. Okay? So that relative position, right to here, is getting stretched out to about that point. Now, remember, you're never advised to go below this point of your body, when you're doing a bench press, because you can start to injure your joint in your shoulder. Now, people say, oh, I'm going to do flies because I'm going to stretch out the chest, and I'm going to get a lot of, extra stretch on my chest. Well, no, that's actually completely wrong. When I go down to the bottom here, I feel a lot more stretch in through here, but I'm not stretching anything that's related to the chest, because if you look and see, the relation between this point and this point is still the same. Whether I'm here in a bench press or here in a fly, this point is still the same. What does get lower is the point between that coracobrachialis, which is here, and attached down lower on the arm. As I come down in here, that arm gets further apart, I have more of a stretch. So what I'm trying to illustrate here is, you're not feeling an extra stretch on your chest, you're feeling an extra stretch on your coracobrachialis muscle, which has nothing to do with the development of your chest. So the only thing you're asking for when you get out into this position here is a shoulder problem, is the tendency to tear a pec or to pop an AC joint or something like that. There's no reason to do pec flies if you're trying to get more development for your chest. Guys, for more stuff like this, if you want to kind of get a scientific approach to how to build muscle, then you've come to the right place, because ATHLEAN-X is not just about looking like a big, bloated, bulky bodybuilder, because to me, it's not really purposeful or functional. If you want to get a body that looks impressive, but also performs impressive, then ATHLEAN-X is for you. Guys, remember, next week I'll be back here with another tip. I'm going to show you how you can start doing upper chest training with nothing but a flat bench. So guys, if you haven't already, grab the ATHLEAN-X training system, 90 days to a better you. I can't wait to hear your success story. I'll be back here again in 7 days. I'll see you then.
It's cool, young Reese.